Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with Gem Mint Masters. For this Throwback Thursday, I got probably one of the most exciting ones I think I'll ever do on here. I don't know how I'm going to top this. I'm a bit nervous, but excited as well. Right here we have a 1995-96 Topps Basketball Jumbo Box. I've been looking for an older box to do a Michael Jordan hunt, and I've been looking for a box that kind of meets two criteria. One where there is a good shot to get some decent Michael Jordan hits, but at the same point won't break the bank. There are a ton of stuff out there from like the late 90s, kind of mid 90s that is just insanely expensive. You can hit some major cards, but the odds of doing that are probably somewhat unlikely. But then you've got your early 90s stuff where you've got a good chance to hit kind of a lot of base Jordan stuff, but really nothing beyond that. So I feel like I found what's the perfect product here. 1995-96 Series 1. Series 2 is quite a bit more expensive. Out of Series 2, you get Mystery Finest and Spark Plugs. But out of Series 1 here, I'll just show it again real quick. We've got Top Flight. We're getting a Top Flight card in every single pack. There's 20 packs in here, 20 cards in the Top Flight set. Super valuable Michael Jordan in that one. So we have a really good shot at hitting that. But we also have power boosters. Those are generally one per box. So this is going to be interesting to see. I mean, we're going to hit a lot of base cards. There's a couple different base Michael Jordans in here. The regular base is in Series 2. But Series 1, we've got a couple like league leader base Michael Jordan cards. And then, like I said, you've got power boosters. And then some of the other subsets or inserts in here. There's probably going to be other players, but we're not going to have a Jordan opportunity there. So Top Flight is really the one we're really looking for here. We're getting one in every pack. So, you know, like I said, I'm a little bit nervous just to see how the condition is of these. I haven't opened a box this old. I don't think ever. And there aren't a lot of videos of this exact box opened out there either, because there aren't a lot of them out there. I just got lucky, found this one on eBay, made an offer to the seller. I thought they had it priced a little bit high, so went back and forth a few times on the offers and got it. And I'm excited. And there's gum in every pack too, so I'm just hoping when I open this, what's in here is supposed to be in here, and the condition isn't terrible. So I think that's, you know, always kind of the gamble you have with boxes like this. But I've been wanting to do a box like this for a while, and I'm really excited to do this. So let's open this up and let's see how everything looks. Hopefully it all looks good. So far, so good. That looks great. That looks like one of the packs that are supposed to be in there. Go ahead and open this up and kind of display it like it would have been at the store. Like I said, Series 2 is a little bit better. You got some really, really cool stuff. I bought a lot of the Series 2 as a kid. And my little secret I figured out when I was buying these, I knew how to find the Mystery Finest because they had a black cover on them. And if you can see, these packs are see-through. So the Series 2 was the same. So yeah, that's just the way it was. Okay, and I'm checking for bricking. Doesn't feel too bad. This is a little cold because I actually just got this delivered. But that doesn't feel too bad. So, you know, hopefully we're in good shape. Not too much bricking or sticking in this. I'm just going to take all these out and go ahead and do this. But man, I am definitely excited for this. Never opened a box quite like this. This will be the biggest kind of older 90s box I've opened. And hopefully we'll get not only some good entertainment out of this, but find some good stuff. And I've got my displays up here if we hit anything big. We'll put the box kind of over here. All right, let's get to it. This might be a bit of a longer video, but should be fun. Should be fun. All right. So, like I said, doesn't feel like we're gonna have bricking as an issue with this one. And I also don't know how these packs are configured. So if the Top Flight is on the back, that's going to be interesting. And the nice thing about this, I remember seeing this though, the gum is actually individually wrapped, so it's not actually stuck to the cards, which is great. they figured that out at some point. All right, good. These are sliding apart nicely. All right, we're just gonna go ahead and kind of flip that. Oh, I see our top plate. There we go. A little bit of a stick, but yeah, and you get these draft redemptions out of here. Obviously, these are no good anymore, but that's kind of cool. And then let's do this. See if we can get, oh, there we go. That came apart nicely. So there's our top flight. So we're going to get one of those in every pack. You know, like I said, the set is 20. So could you get duplicates? I think you could, yeah. And could we get the best duplicate? That would be amazing. But like I said, we should also see a power booster somewhere in this box. And, oh, we got a little bit of sticking there, so we're going to have to be careful. You know, hopefully if any of that happens, it's just on some of, like, cheaper base cards. That wouldn't be as big a deal. That top flight looks good. All right, so this might take a little while. I'll try to make this as fast as I can. Again, this is Series 1, so the Michael Jordan base card is actually Series 2. But like I said, he's got a couple league leader cards. All right. Bunch of base. Some of the base looks good. Some does have the sticking on it. So I think we're just going to have to kind of hope that for the most part, it's not too bad. I actually wanted to open this box when it was a little bit cold, just to see, because I thought that we'd have a better chance of it not sticking. I thought for a second that was a power booster, but we got the Whiz Kids in here. So this should be like our second year players in that set. So that's pretty cool. Nice condition on that, Juwan Howard. Is it supposed to be? Yeah, I guess it is. I guess that's the design. It looks weird. It almost looks like scratches on there. I might have to look at that. I don't know what that is. That does not look like it should be like that, but that's a cool looking card. Probably not a lot of value in the Juwan Howard, but we'll sleeve it anyway. We'll make a couple stacks. We'll do base, and then our top flights, and then our other inserts. All right. There we go. There's our next top flight. David Benoit. That's a nicely centered, at least for the most part, copy. And these top flights are looking pretty solid. So hopefully we hit the one we're looking for. Oh, man, yeah, a little bit of sticking. Not terrible. Got to be careful because I'm not exactly sure where this power booster will come. And we should be getting one power booster in there. Nice Anthony Hardaway. We'll say we'll make a little kind of stack over here too. All right. Oh man. Apologies here. I want this video to be, oh, there we go. Little, not too crazy, but okay. I'll put the David Robinson. Okay, and then there's one of the Michael Jordans I was talking about. That looks solid. Okay. So that is, you've got the active leader, and this is, oh, it's definitely got a little bit of paper loss on there. That's what the power booster will look like. It's this one, and then there's another variation in there as well, potential power booster. But there's also a lot of other players in that set, so it's going to be, the odds aren't necessarily with you to get exactly the power booster you want. I think there's probably like 20 in the set, maybe. So I'm just going to kind of have to see. Maybe it's not that many. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But we'll figure it out as we go. Put all the gum over here. Wonder if that gum sells on eBay. That'd be kind of funny. See, that's a nice sharp looking copy. If we had the Jordan like that, that would have been great. And our top flight, I'm guessing should be, nope, not right there. Maybe it's on this side. Oh yeah, this was the back. There we go. Oh, okay. All right. Huh, two of the same guy. That's kind of funny. And then Anthony Hardaway is our top flight there. Nice. That looks great. And that looks really nicely centered for the most part too. I am going to not only sleeve this, but I think I'm going to put this one in a card saver. We'll put this on our hits stand in the back there. But to see again, this is what I love about this product. You kind of got a nice low, or nice high floor, I should say, on this, because you've got the ability to you know, you're getting the top flight in every single pack, which is just kind of rare. And in a lot of these older packs, you're not getting a ton of consistent stuff in each pack. We're seeing definitely a good amount of sticking. So I think as far as like the base cards go, not the greatest, but luckily so far on, you know, the inserts and, you know, all that kind of stuff, we're not really seeing that. Again, that's a nice sharp looking Alonzo Mourning. That one avoided anything, which is nice. Just giving it a quick pop. I don't want to go too crazy. Hopefully that'll separate the cards out. I'm going to be a little careful, keep them in as best condition as I can. Looks like every pack has one of these kind of draft pick cards in it, and then the top flight is basically right behind it there. There we go. Oh, I thought that was Michael Jordan for a second. Okay, so that card is in pretty decent shape too. We got our top flight. We got Isaiah Ryder. Nice. I'm not 100% sure who's all in that set, but I guess we're gonna all find out together. Okay. This is the hardest part, is just kind of getting these things apart. Man, wish it was easier. Okay. But man, for being as old as it is, not bad. Not bad. I don't know if I'll ever be able to find another box of this. That's a cool looking Dennis Rodman with the red hair there. We'll put that over there. Okay, just gonna get a lot of base and most of this stuff. All right, there we go. So far, again, we're getting a bunch of top flights. This pack feels good, actually. Got Whiz Kids, I think. Let's see, Whiz Kids, Power Boosters. I think that is pretty much what we're gonna get. You do not get spark plugs out of this series. That is a really cool looking set, but we are not going to be getting those. Oh, there we go. We got our first duplicate, and that one is missing like almost all of the foil, and I've heard about that missing foil. I don't know if it's like a variation or misprint or what, but that's what it looks like. I guess I've never seen that before, but now I have. Oh, this pack is perfect. Wow. No sticking or bricking at all in this pack. This is great. So we just flip everything around, go through this. Really nice looking cards in this one. So that's great. Okay, cool. So if we get a pack like this, even getting like a base Jordan, you know, could be a potential grader if it's in good shape. That was a nice pack right there. I'm hoping we see a lot more of that, and that would be nice. And I can kind of tell once I flex them a little bit and there's no popping, that kind of means that's the case. And that was really the only one so far that was like that. Interesting. All right. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and pull out our top flight to start. We got a Grant Hill. I think that's a nice one, but man, centering, woof, not great on that one. The Penny Hardaway is looking pretty solid so far. But we're seeing some centering issues on some of the other stuff, unfortunately. You know, it's kind of the way it goes with this older stuff. You just don't know. You know, you hope you can get a nice, good copy. Okay, this pack is definitely not as good as the last one. Okay. The other thing, too, I don't think we're going to see a ton of rookies in this pack, or this series. I think most of them are going to be in Series 2. Maybe we'll make it our mission to do a Series 2 rip at some point. But like I said, that one is way more expensive. Like Scottie Pippen from the Bulls. I'll put that over here. Okay. All right, just a bunch more base. Okay, we're getting through this. We're getting through this. Thanks for sticking around. This is, like I said, it's going to take a little while, but hopefully this will be a fun ride. Thought about breaking this up into 2 videos, but you know, I've seen people do that, and I find myself wanting to just see more right away. There we go, Kevin Johnson, nice looking top flight there. Still looking for the big man, haven't seen him yet. Oh man, another sticky pack. I'll see what we can do. I mean, I'm not expecting anything too crazy out of the rest of a lot of these packs, so we'll just kind of flex them. Just want to be careful with, you know, when we get to something like the power booster. If we get one in here, we should, like I said, we should. Be a little disappointed if we don't. Nice Barkley on the Suns, Olajuwon. That's a nice looking one. No sticking there. Nice Rodman. Pippen with some paper loss. And I think I saw another Rodman back there. Not a bad pack. So that's, you got the leaders, and then actually I think there's like the Jordan is kind of the same, where you've got, you know, the two different variations. So that's where, again, the power boosters or the regular cards. We've seen one of the regulars so far. Oh, we got another Whiz Kids here. I think that's one of the better ones, actually. It looks like Weber. I think maybe Penny Hardaway is in this one too. Because again, it would be the rookies from the previous year. Yep, there we go, Chris Webber, and then we just saw our top flight. Okay, so that's a nice pack. You're getting man, I don't know what that deal is. Is that part of the design or what? But it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up after this. I don't think it is. I don't know. It just seems odd that it would be that way. So we got not only the two Michigan guys, but they're also on the Washington Bullets. Ooh, nice looking Harold Miner top flight there. Okay. That is like the type of centering and surface you want to see on a card like that. Okay. Now let's go through, make sure nothing crazy in here. We are getting Rodmans like crazy in here. My God, another Dennis Rodman in this pack. Sorry, I'll get these back on the screen here in a second once I can get these separated. Jeez. This is the part I wasn't looking forward to, but again, it could be way worse. Nice Olajuwon there. Seen a lot of, you know, paper loss issues on these. Yeah, that's okay. All right. Getting there. Getting close to the halfway point, I think. So far, one duplicate on the top flight, which is somewhat promising. It would be nice to get the full set. You know, just kind of the flat out full set would be great. Oh, look at that. Another Penny Hardaway. And that one leaves a little bit to be desired. Not the greatest centering. So this one is not going to go in my grading pile, but I'll put it there. So, all right, getting a couple dupes. Oh, this is a nice pack though. Not a lot of sticking. And another Dennis Rodman. My God. I'm gonna set a record for the number of Rodmans pulled out of here, I think that's like 5 or 6 already. 5 or 6 out of like 6 packs. Jason Kidd, is that a rookie? No, okay, it's not. That's right, this is 90, 95, 96. He's 94, 95, okay. Trying to even remember who the rookies are. Oh, Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett is in this, but he's in Series 2. Yeah. So that's the one we're not going to really see. It'd be nice to see some Garnett, but we won't. All right, come on. This pack does not want to open. Wow. Our gum over there. Okay. Chris Webber on the top flight, sticking a little bit. Let's see if I can get that one off without any issue. Okay, yeah, man, another one, not the best centering. And that one actually does have a little paper loss on it. That is not good. We've done pretty well with the top flights, not having any issues, but that was the first one I think I've seen. There's a nice Penny Hardaway. Otherwise, these cards aren't sticking too bad. Okay. All right. All right. Let's make another stack here. Let's see how many we got left. 4, 7, 10. Okay, we just hit the halfway point, so we're halfway through. Still looking for our power booster. Still looking for Michael Jordan Top Flight. I'm not sure what other players are in this set, but we haven't seen D Brown yet. Okay, so what the heck? All right, there we go. And another one missing the foil, and it's not like the foil is on the other card. It's just missing. That's interesting. Okay. Clearly they had some production issues with the top flights that year. Okay. Is that a Shack? Oh, there we go. First Shack, but again, paper loss on that one. Okay, so there's maybe a chance for a... Oh, that's a really nice looking Hardaway there. Probably a good chance for like a Shack power booster then. Man, it would be nice if those draft... oh, there we go. There's another Michael Jordan base. Let's see how this one looks, because I think that's the same one we got last time. Is that the same Shack in this pack? No, it's got to be a different one. Yeah, both Shacks. Okay, that's a better looking Jordan, but it definitely has some paper loss on it, but we'll sleeve it. All right, so that was we've eclipsed the halfway point now, so no turning back. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit if I can. This is probably going to be one of my longer videos. All right, so let's get to the top flight. Robert Horry. Okay. Yeah, man, it's the QC issues on these are interesting because you've got a lot of different centering. You've got, you know, some missing the foil, which is very strange, but, you know, like I said, I do remember hearing that. Again, for being as old as it is, being kept as long as it is, it's not as bad as I would have thought. All right, I'll get through these a little quicker. Seen a bunch of the same guys, and guess who is in this pack again? Dennis Rodman. I'm going to put him over here in this stack because I'm just interested to count to see how many Dennis Rodmans we got at the end. If I was a huge Rodman fan, I would be pumped. Oh, we got something in here. What is this? What the heck? What is that? I don't know what that is. That's some kind of foil card right there. PFG. That's a power booster? I don't think so. Pan for Gold. Oh, I was wondering what Pan for Gold was. That is a cool card. And that one looks really nice. I don't know what the value is on that, but we're going to go ahead and put that out there. That's cool. That is really cool. And we got our top flight here. Latrell Sprewell missing the foil. But that's a nicely centered copy. Well, that was a nice pack. I forgot about the Pan for Gold. I'm almost 100% positive that Jordan is not in that set. It looks a little bit like the Showstoppers, if you're familiar with this year. But I know those don't come out of these packs. So for a second, I thought that's what it was. But all right, we're going to just kind of fly through this. I don't think we're missing anything much in here. But these are sticking pretty bad. We got another pip in there. Okay. Don't want to bore you with all the base. Okay. All right. Let's just go ahead and put these over here. But that was a cool pack. Got top flight and a Pan for Gold. Actually, let's put the Pan for Gold over here with the other stuff, and then they'll keep the top flights separate. All right, come on. Still looking for something big. This might be... Oh, another Pan for Gold. Well, look at that. Karl Malone. Those look really nice, man, I tell you. The quality on those, the centering, those look great. Okay. Top Flight, Isaiah Ryder again, and that's a decent looking copy. I don't know what the graded value is or potential on some of these. I'm going to top load this one. This is a good one. And we'll put our pan for golds in there too. But I'm going to, after this, I'm obviously going to have to look and see, you know, what the graded value is on some of these other ones and if it's worth doing. You know, my hope was we'll pull at least a couple, you know, pretty big ones out of here. And then, you know, anything else we'll evaluate. Because as we do on this channel, we're obviously, you know, we're grading a lot. So it would be perfect to be able to find some really good grading candidates out of here. I don't think we're going to miss much else in this pack. Just kind of laughable at this point. I don't understand how there are so many Dennis Rodmans in this box. This is crazy. This was a sealed box. I know it was. I mean, nothing that I'm seeing is telling me that there's anything strange about it. Another pan for gold. Okay, so these. Oh. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna get this out. I just saw something. Hold your breath, because I am a little nervous. Want to make sure I'm careful with this. Can you see what I'm seeing there? All right, let's hope that oh man, look at that. That looks really good. Okay, all right. Little corner issue in the top. I might be something I can kind of potentially flatten out. I'm gonna have to see. But one of the corners, it looks like that, but the rest look good. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna clip a corner of this this sleeve. We'll just cut it off. There we go. Get a little nervous putting these in sleeves sometimes when they don't want to go in there. Oh man. Look at that. That was the one we were looking for. And like I said, high floor would be, you know, something like that where you've got a set of 20 cards in these top flights and you've got really good odds to get the best one out of there. And the centering couldn't really be any better. Especially with what we've seen with some of the other ones. Man, I'm definitely happy about that. Okay. All right, cool. We are cooking now. Let's get through some of this base. We're still looking for that power booster. We're starting. Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. I hope you guys get as good of a laugh out of this as I am. That is hilarious. Wow, that's just, yeah, crazy. Anyway, all right, we got 5 left, so we're 3/4 of the way through this box. So there's potential maybe for, you know, I don't want to jinx myself, but maybe there's a potential for another one. We still have 5 more top flights coming out of here. All right, so let's see. Who do we have there? Spreewell. Okay, so that is a duplicate. So we're getting a lot of duplicates. Based on the amount of duplicates we're getting. Oh, and this one is not missing the foil. So kind of got both of the different variations of that one. But yeah, with as many duplicates as we're getting, I'm just happy we got one. We got one of the Michael Jordan. Super happy about that. All right. Okay, there's another base Jordan. Still got that little bit of paper loss, so unfortunately, you know, we've already hit 3 of these base Jordans, which would always be a grading candidate for me if it looked good, but the centering and the, oh, here's our, I think this is our power booster. And I can't help but show it already. And this is probably one of the worst ones you can get. Oh, man. Well, that's too bad. Nate McMillan. Steals leader. These still look so cool, though. That's a really nice condition card, too. It's got really thick stock. Yeah, just been nice if it could have been a better one. I'm going to top load this, but I don't believe this would be a grading candidate for me. But we'll put it over here. We'll put it with the pan for golds. I like the look of those Pan for Golds. Those are so cool. Top Flight. Scottie Pippen. Nice. I didn't even realize he had a Top Flight, to be honest. That's a cool looking one. That'd be cool if actually Jordan had the red jersey. That would be a little cooler. This is a nice looking Pippen too. Really good shape on that one. This is a nice pack too. We're not running into many sticking issues. All right. So we got our power booster. Another Shaq in there. It's a nice pack right there. Wow. Another Shaq. These Shaqs seem to come in the same pack together. The last pack we got where it had the Shaq, it had both of those. All right. Now, I mean, there's a chance, but I highly doubt it, that we'll get like another, you know, hard to find card out of here, but you just never know. At this point, I think we can't complain too much. All right, Top Flight, got a Dan Marley, that's a first, and then it's missing the foil as well. So I think we've hit about 3 or 4 of those like that. And again, it's interesting that it's not like it's stuck to the back of the other card, because it's not. There's nothing on the back of the other card. So I'd be curious. I'll do a little research to see what that's really all about and why they're showing like that. But yeah, interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. 2 packs left. Thanks again for sticking around. We're at like the 30-minute mark right now. But this is fun. I'm having a great time. Oh, we got another Pan for Gold, and it looks like we're getting the same one we got before. Karl Malone. That one is a bit off center. Interesting. I'm going to have to look up that set and see who's in there. But that's not a terrible one to get, I guess. You know, I'm not even sure. Like I said, I'm not even sure who's in that set. Was the Top Flight? Oh, yeah, there it is. Sean Elliott missing the foil. Okay. This is a sticky pack for sure. Oh, there's our boy Dennis. Yep, he's in there. Shocker. I might have even left some of them over in that pile. That's pretty funny. Okay. Man, I really would love to get another box of this. For the price that it is, compared to all the other stuff, this is fairly reasonable. Especially if you're somebody who buys boxes of modern stuff. I'll tell you right now, this is easily comparable, if not less than that. I'm shocked. But again, it's, you know, good luck finding one. That's the problem. All right, last pack in this really super fun rip, man. I had a great time with this for sure. So who's our last one? Scottie Pippen. Not a bad way to go out. And maybe, let's see if we got foil on this one. Ooh, that's a nice looking copy. I'm going to throw that into a card saver for potential grading. Again, I have to do some, I got to look up a little bit on the values of these, but I like that. That looks great. Okay. So a few potential graders at least. This is a decent pack too, not too much sticking. See if we can get just another base Jordan would be nice. And hopefully another Dennis Rodman. Haven't gotten too many of those, right? Yeah, okay. Oh, I thought that was Rodman for a second. David Robinson, Mashburn, another David Robinson. Wow, a lot of steals there, a lot of leaders in that one. All right, there it is. We got a whole bunch of gum here. If anybody wants this, I might throw these into a Ziploc and just save them for memento's sake. Why not? All right, let's do a little recap here. What a fun box. Oh my God, man, I gotta say, that was great. Oh, that was really cool. Quite a few different kind of inserts. Let me top load these couple Whiz Kids here first. Those have a nice little etched foil feeling on them too. A little thicker stock, very similar to the Power Booster. And then your Top Flight, kind of, you know, that thinner stock. All right, let's get through. All right, I want to go through this base pile here and look and see how many Dennis Rodmans we got, because I'm very curious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 Dennis Rodmans. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I forgot a couple in these stacks over here, but that was pretty hilarious. All right, so let's look through our kind of lower base top flights here. 1 per pack. Good amount of them missing the foil on here. Sean Elliott, Dan Marley, Scottie Pippen, nice looking, but a bit off center. Spreewell, we got 2 of those. 1 missing the foil, 1 regular. Robert Ory, D. Brown missing the foil. Chris Webber, quite a bit off center. Another penny. Had a nicer looking penny. That minor actually looks pretty solid. Kevin Johnson, Grant Hill, nice looking copy, but a bit off center. I think we got 2 of the David Benoit. So yep, we got 1 no foil, 1 with foil. Isaiah Ryder, that's actually a decent looking copy. And then Clyde Drexler. And then here's what we top loaded. We got 2 Whiz Kids. Again, I have to see what this does not look like it should be here. It looks like cracks, or I don't know if you guys can see that, but very interesting. Juwan Howard and Chris Webber, part of the Fab Five, both on the Washington Bullets in this one. I did top load this Isaiah Ryder, nice looking copy. We ended up with 4 Pan for Golds. We got Vin Baker. These were, for the most part, very nicely centered too, no surface issues. Vin Baker, 2 Karl Malones. I think one of them was a little bit better than the other. And then this Charles Oakley one looks pretty solid as well. Our power booster, unfortunately, was Nate McMillan. Probably like one of the worst ones you can get. Those are so cool looking though. I love that. And then 3 potential grading candidates. We'll have to look at these a little closer. But Scottie Pippen top flight. Anthony Hardaway, really nice copy top flight. And then the big one, Michael Jordan. Nicely centered for the most part. Slight corner issue, but I'm going to take a closer look at that one too. That one is most likely going to be graded anyway. So that was the one we were hunting for. You know, again, pretty high floor on a product like this. Not something I'm going to be ripping every day, but I just happened to see it, and I was just, you know, based on the evaluation of all the different things you can get out of here, I think this is definitely one of the best bang for your buck products. So, yep, there it is. 1995-96 Series 1 Topps. Great product, man. If I ever find one of these again, I may have to get it, but I'm going to be doing some more product on here as well, so keep an eye out. We're going to have some other 90s boxes. This is probably going to be the biggest of the bunch, but some other really cool ones too, where, again, we're looking for great opportunities to hit some decent Jordan cards and other stuff. And so stay tuned. So thanks again for joining. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. We will see you guys on the next one.